San Diego State. Being in San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Aztecs will kick it away first. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Minnesota's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Makes the catch. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Aztecs offense will get the ball for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels. And
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. He'll keep it himself. And some room to work. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He leaves it with his back. Got the 1st down and more. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Golden Gophers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Inside the 10-yard line is shoved out of bounds at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
San Diego State, 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Finds a man in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Mayo. Gets it out fast. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Aztecs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Quickly to the tight end. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. To pass. He's moving out of the pocket. He went down in the end zone to add insult to injury. That flag is probably holding. It'll be a safety. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Running to Green.
And your San Diego State Aztecs will take over. First and 10.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. play action. Got him downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. He leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking for a man. It's Mayo. Fires to the middle. And
against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense.
Let's go, let's go.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aztecs. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Off the RPO complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Buys a little extra time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the move, it's Lewis. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Mayo. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And finally, this quarterback looks human. For one play, he has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll go with a direct snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mayo. Right on the money. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man quickly. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He just missed the target.
In-breaking route, got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra money.
Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Aztecs will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He lobs one high down the left side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a terrific atmosphere there today in San Diego. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Snapdragon Stadium.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Looking for a man. It's Mayo. Pressure coming. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
The carry going off right tackle here. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Aztecs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aztecs will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Power football with the run. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. The Golden Gophers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back was one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. And he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Mayo. Somehow fits it into that traffic. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Here comes the heat. Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit lower.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he'll take over first and 10.
The play is the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unleashes one. Working on the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Minnesota! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Minnesota 29, San Diego State 12.
Looking for blockers. And the returner will be brought down. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense has it with really good field position. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or me.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And the pummeling has started. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt.
Turning it on. Quick step and go. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He breaks a tackle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Aztecs look to keep this drive humming. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And the Aztecs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking for the corner on the jet sweep. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Mayo. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, San Diego State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Touchdown, Minnesota! And the stomping has commenced. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas A&M. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's ball. Throws to the back. It's complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Wants to fire on second down. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching